I have to tell my husband our spider friend died. What's up, guys? It's Lo, Beauty Demon back here. And I'm actually gonna do kind of like a slightly more unscripted, informal, get ready with me. I'm just looking at my mic and there's so many freaking cat hairs on the little foamy thing on it. Let me just... Is that ASMRing for you? Sure, it's very annoying. Anyway, I am just going to be doing a little get ready, kind of sharing my opinions about some things. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started and hop into some stuff and we can have a chit chat. You might also hear like background noises while I'm talking because I'll be like going through stuff. So I hope it's not super annoying. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is we hit over 100 subscribers. I think right now it's at like 104. I don't know, it keeps like fluctuating. And I don't know if it's just me and like people are like unsubscribing every time I post a video, but I'll like lose 2 subscribers and I'll gain 3 subscribers. So I don't really know what that is. But you know what? I'm just thankful that over 100 people even care enough to have me pop up in their feed. So thank you guys. And I will be having another true crime video come out soon. So with the true crime, I had a topic that I was totally going to do. And then right as I started researching it, somebody else posted, just like a regular true crime YouTuber, they posted a video about it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't post a video. They're going to think that I copied them. So I'm probably still going to do the story, but I'm just going to like wait a while. Because I mean, it's not like somebody's true crime is like only one person can tell it, you know? So, but yeah, I'm so excited that we hit over 100 subscribers. I didn't expect that to happen before the end of 2020. Also, we are done officially with 2020. Praise Whitney. Honestly, I'm just pretending that 2020 didn't happen. Like it's like a mulligan, you know? We just get a do-over. Like my birthday this year, I'm not getting a year older. 2020 didn't happen. It didn't count. So I will not be turning 35 this year. I will be turning 34 again. Kind of like, you know, those kids that are born in leap years on February 29th. And then they, you know, they're like, I'm 5, but really they're like 15 or whatever. I don't know why I made them sound like a 5-year-old anyway, though. And if you are interested in what I am using on my face, I will link it down below. So, from the title of this, you probably gathered that this is about, well, not this whole video. I don't want to like, I want to preface that this entire video is not going to be about Katie Joy, but I am going to talk about her because I have been doing some like side research. I've been reading a lot about the specific topic. And of course, I've also been paying attention to what's been going on with her. So I've just been seeing some interesting parallels that I wanted to share with everybody. And before I get into anything, I do want to just say that I do not want anyone to send any kind of like hate or harassment or anything of that nature towards her or anyone involved with her in any way, shape, or form, whether it is other subscribers or her members or I was going to say creators that she works with and gets along with, but I don't think that, I don't think you have to worry about that. I have a Rich Lux exclusive mirror. Not really. I just bought the same mirror that he bought from China. I bought 3 of them. I should put my own name on it. I'm just gonna do a little bit of green concealer because your girl is broken out. And when I break out in red. This guy is like right where my mask strap lays. I can't even say that I have maskne. It's just acne everywhere. It's great. So yeah, it's kind of crazy to have 100 subscribers. Because I started this channel because I, in quarantine, was just watching a lot of YouTube and I was bored, and sometimes I'm like, I don't really find any content that I'm wanting to watch. Maybe I should make content that I would maybe want to watch, and that's kind of just like what I do now. And then I don't worry too much about like trying to drive subscribers to my channel, because I know like people like you guys will find my content and enjoy it, and we'll build a community that way, you know? This is really what I want, you guys. I just want some friends. So I've been reading about this. I don't even want to say it's like a phenomenon because it's just like a normal kind of thing. But these types of relationships called parasocial relationships. So a parasocial relationship is when a person identifies and builds a relationship essentially with a public figure. Like traditionally it'd be like a celebrity, like maybe somebody on television, a movie star, maybe a professional athlete. So, and these attachments are healthy. I need to wax my face. If you would like to see me do a video of me waxing my face for a laugh, comment down below. Let me know. And yes, I do use my fingers for my concealer, only on myself. But I am a professional makeup artist, and I have used my fingers on people's faces. I have nice, clean, well manicured nails. I'm not cutting anybody's face up. Sometimes the warmth of your finger is perfect for blending cream. So don't come at me. Plus, it's my own fucking face. I can touch my face however I want. I'm in my own house. I am COVID free. My face is clean. My hands are clean. Just wash both of them. Maybe we went a little too ham on the green concealer in the cheek area. I can't believe I'm putting green concealer on zits on my effing neck. Before I really get started, like I said, I'm going to be talking about Katie Joy without a crystal ball. Don't worry, I'll fill you in. But I figured a perfect amount of shade would be to use Tati Beauty products. So I'm going to be using my mini blended full, and I will be using my Tati palette today. Petty life. Okay, so a parasocial relationship is when somebody creates a bond with a public figure, athlete, a celebrity, a politician. We have seen this. Now, lately, we see this more in a destructive manner, you know? Like, I don't hate on who people vote for, but Trump supporters definitely have too much of an unhealthy parasocial relationship with Donald Trump. And he perpetuates that as well because he has an unhealthy relationship too. So a parasocial relationship is where a person, a viewer, it's basically a one-sided relationship in some senses. You are getting some kind of satisfaction knowing about the person. You sometimes like personally identify with struggles they're going through, identify with them. Now, as kids, this can actually be healthy because this can help instill like basic social norms. Like kids generally form parasocial relationships with like characters from Sesame Street, like Elmo. Or like, what did I watch when I was a kid? Fraggle Rock, Mr. Rogers, you know, those are great. We call them role models, and they are, but kids are forming very distinct bonds with them, and especially when educational toys are made of these characters, kids flourish and learn even more. So parasocial relationships are a good thing. They can teach kids, like, you know, right from wrong, how we act in specific societies. So like also the characters that kids form these relationships with can change because social norms change, of course, too, you know, from place to place and country to country and all that. So as we get older, generally people like grow out of, you know, needing to form parasocial relationships. At least like little boys do. Girls kind of continue this into their adolescence, and this makes sense. Think about every single boy band you've ever encountered. Well, not personally, unless you do know a boy band, that's fucking cool. They're marketed to 13-year-old girls. Oh, cat hair. So yeah, as we get older, we kind of grow out of them, but teenage girls, I say we, like I'm still a teenage girl, but I was a teenage girl once, and we hold on to that like a lot longer. That's why like most teenage girls are stans. Because they're really just forming really intense parasocial relationships with these people. And these can be healthy to a certain extent, but we know like obsession and idealization can become dangerous and unhealthy very quick. These kind of behaviors, if left unchecked and are unhealthy, can lead to things like stalking. And we don't want people to be getting stalked. So, like I said, traditionally, this was something that was more like in movies, in film. And for the most part, there was very little risk of it becoming like an unhealthy relationship, especially for like, I mean, celebrities obviously can have like ego and this kind of like adoration and stuff can go to their head. But overall, like most healthy celebrities can differentiate and like separate from it. But then you have the advent of the internet and specifically like social media and platforms that allow you to connect with your audience in real time and live streaming. Live streaming changed the game in terms of parasocial relationships. Now, people of all ages can pretty much just engage in a full-on parasocial relationship with somebody that they'll never meet, but in their head, like, this person is very important to them. I don't know why I put that much more on my nose. That was a big mistake here. That's the nice thing about these blendifuls is you can move your part up. You can move your product around a lot more. So with live streaming, it can be easier actually for people to have access to their favorite creators, and then they're interacting with them in real time. So that really strengthens the parasocial relationship, the bond. That parasocial interaction is very strong, and that's also how a lot of content creators build their brands nowadays, is that really direct connection with their fans. And by all means, you know, like, I am in no way, shape, or form, I don't know, disagreeing with that. Like, make your money, I'm literally wanted to get on here to make friends. So, like, I'm essentially getting on here to enter in parasocial relationship. See, I'm unhealthy as well. The thing now, though, is that not only is the viewer entering in this weird parasocial relationship, but now the content creator is as well. I didn't get a concealer. Okay, let me get a concealer real quick. Anyway, where was I? Now you also have the creator entering this parasocial relationship too. And that's where it can get really unhealthy in terms of like balance and everything. We're gonna go ham on the concealer today, you guys. Judge me all you want. I don't care. It's 2021. I'm leaving all that worry. Was I wanting to go for a natural look today? No, I was definitely wanting to go for full-on dead. Hello. Looks like I did heavy contour, but really all I just did was highlight. So now you have this live streamer that is literally getting all of their real-life social interaction through their viewers who are in a parasocial relationship with them. So now you have the creator is also in this parasocial relationship, which is where it can become a very unhealthy. Because when you are in a parasocial relationship and it's healthy, you can just kind of like set it down, leave it, go away from it, you know? But when you're not in a healthy parasocial relationship, I mean, think about like when you first meet somebody and you're like really into them, you wake up and you think about them, you know? That's what people do in parasocial relationships. We see this on things like YouTube, we see it on Twitch, and then we also see it to a pretty staggering degree on things like OnlyFans. Like, hello, these people are in hardcore parasocial relationships with these cam girls and stuff. No fault of anybody, you know? I mean, if you're lonely, that's how you like deal with the world, fine, but let's call it what it is. It's a parasocial relationship, and it's borderline unhealthy. And when you sign off of your live stream, all of a sudden, like, it's over, it's gone, you're all alone in a room by yourself, you're just in front of a computer screen, it's blank, there's no one there, all these people, all this interaction, it's gone. So really, nowadays, we have this very specific kind of parasocial relationship within live streaming. You have the creator, and then you have all of the consumers which pretty much we would know them as like the chat, essentially. They're very much a hive mentality, if you will. Kind of like, it's weird when I see a chat, like especially like a fast moving one, like if you hop into a PewDiePie live stream, it's almost impossible to read that chat. It's on slow mode, it's on members only, but he's such a wildly successful creator that even on slow members only chat, it's flying. It looks like bees swarming their queen, you know? And then we get to this unhealthy state of, I mean, basically it's like it's almost like feeling addiction and loss all at once. You are all of a sudden super alone. You don't have anybody to like talk to afterwards. You are essentially alone after. That's it and that's all, girl. Bye, we're done. So once that live streamer is done with their live stream, their whole chat's gone, their relationship's kind of over. I mean, sure, people with like decent enough platforms where they have like active chats, but it's not like too crazy, they may recognize a lot of people's names. There are some live streams that I regularly frequent, and the creators, they do know who I am. They've seen me well enough, like long enough. They're like, oh, hey, it's Beauty Demon. What's up? Blah, 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 you know? So they do begin to recognize people that are showing up to them. However, like, when that live stream ends, like, our relationship ends for the creator. They go about their life, doing their thing, whatever, and I'm at home doing my thing, whatever. That's that. And that is an example of a healthy parasocial relationship. I am there, we're creating a relationship during the live stream, a bond, and then when it's done, it's done. So with this being said about parasocial relationships, I'm sure you can kind of see where I'm going with all of this. Yes, you guessed it, without a crystal ball. So I'm going to assume if you're coming over here and you're new, I don't need to tell you about Katie Joy and Without a Crystal Ball. Girl, you already did know who the fuck I'm talking about. If you don't know, I mean, I guess you're kind of lucky in that sense for never encountering her, but Without a Crystal Ball, or Katie Joy, is a YouTube commentary, I guess we'll call her that, channel. I think she has 137,000 subs. May have changed. I'm not sure. And she generally she does like a lot of reality TV commentary. She talks about fundamental Christians on television. So like, you know, the 19 Kids and Counting. Pretty much any family that's on TLC, they're generally fundamental Christians, and she talks about them. So like Sister Wives, all of that, all of those people. She also does sometimes talk about YouTube commentary as well. So she covered, there was the whole thing with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. She did talk about that. She was one of the only people to report on a false report that there was a criminal investigation on Shane Dawson, and she's never going to live that one down. And most notably, she has come into a lot of other drama channels and commentary channels are talking about her because she is being sued by another very big YouTuber, a beauty YouTuber by the name of Tati. So Tati Westbrook filed a lawsuit against Without a Crystal Ball, saying she made defamatory statements, which, I mean, in my opinion, if I was on the jury, yeah, I would think she made some defamatory statements. She made claims. Well, she didn't, like, claim this. I'm going to be careful about what I say. She didn't claim this, but she definitely, like, insinuated that Tati's husband, like, intentionally wanted their mom dead, or his mom dead anyway. Like, he took her off life support because, like, he wanted money from her. And it's kind of effed up, for sure. What's more effed up is to just say that about somebody and not have any proof of that. Like, you can't just say that kind of stuff. So there was a couple other things that she said that Tati found defamatory, and said ultimately that it like hurt her business. Because in addition to this beautiful palette that I'm about to use and that Blendiful thing that I use as well, Tati does also have a line of vitamins. We're gonna try and bake today. We're gonna see how that looks. Looks great all over my black sweater. Also, I'm wasting so much Laura Mercier product. I'm sure it's like flying all in front of the screen, and it looks like a bunch of tiny little orbs. Let's get some of this powder back in here. This shit expensive. This is that free powder I got though, so. For real though, side note, if you guys have not signed up for that influencer, I would highly recommend. Hello, I got Laura Mercier products for free, and I've been using that Tatcha serum, and I do like it. I'm afraid it might be part of the culprit that's breaking out my skin. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just chatting and patting this powder in. I'm afraid it might be the culprit that's breaking out my skin because I am slightly more oily and it's for like dewy skin, but it smells so good. And so I'm not going to go through like the entire list of all of the shit that Without a Crystal Ball said about Tati because, you know, to be honest, girl, I ain't got the time. There is an entire subreddit about Without a Crystal Ball. She's also gotten to a lot of drama with a lot of other YouTubers in the same genre as her, the whole commentary community. Basically, nobody likes her anymore. Now, I used to be a subscriber. I think I subscribed to her because of the Jeffree Star stuff. And then she started covering other YouTube drama like Micah Stauffer and for some reason I don't even watch 19 Kids and Counting. There is so much powder dust flying through the air. I hope you guys don't see that. Now, I don't even watch 19 Kids and Counting, but for some reason I was very into the Duggar content. I don't know. Morbid curiosity, I guess. So I watched, you know, I would watch her live streams. She was like one of the first creators that I would like hop into her live streams pretty regularly. I never really commented, maybe like here and there, but I was just there to like, I had it on the background. This was also like January of last year, so it's been like a year. And I did notice over time, like the tone of some of the things would change and she would be flat out aggressive sometimes to people in her chat. So that's why I just didn't say anything, because I'm like, you know what, this is her chat. She can treat it however the fuck she wants. Like, who am I? But then I started seeing people make videos about her, like just here and there. Like, oh, I had a problem with her. Oh, I had beef with this. Oh, she's had like little random things here and there. Like I said, I'm not here to like lay this out and to like expose her and tell all this stuff. I feel like I'm just like rambling and getting ahead of myself. So I really am not wanting to talk about like the Katie Joy drama or anything. I wanted to talk about how unhealthy Katie's relationship is with her chat. Now, this isn't to call anybody in her chat out. You guys do you. She's somebody that you're enjoying and that you like spending your time and your money on, because you also have to have a membership to be in her chat anymore. She has so much like drama essentially that to keep like harassment and trolls at bay, she has to do members only for everything. So even if I wanted to say something now, I couldn't. Unless I wanted to give her money, and I'm not doing that. She gets my watch time, that's enough. But the chat is kind of like what I mentioned with like the PewDiePie thing. I mean, like her chat moves a little slower than that. But so you get to see more of what's going on. There's more of a dialogue, more conversation. Now, like I said, she has two channels. She has the Without a Crystal Ball channel, which is her main commentary channel. And then she has a second channel called Katie Joy Live. And this is where she does all these members only live streams where she talks about herself. She'll do like get ready with me lives, which honestly I don't really like live get ready with me's because they're really clunky and weird. Like I have lots of weird things that's happening here that I'm editing out, like getting makeup, and like I got up and went and got my concealer. Like how annoying if I had to like get up and go get my concealer and there was just like dead air on the camera. Because she's live streaming all the time, it makes the content like that's super fantastic, but I always want to see what she's gonna say, because the other thing about live stream is it's very off the cuff and you can't go back and like unsay something. So it's kind of her downfall. Like, she really should know by now, like, maybe I shouldn't be live streaming all the time. So yeah, through the live streaming, Katie has developed a lot of very interpersonal relationships with people, and she's on lives a lot. We all know this. She is on live streams constantly, and that's because she gets a lot of fulfillment and enjoyment out of these parasocial relationships that she's building through the live streaming. And I mean, I get it. Like, we're all kind of stuck in our house during lockdown, but it definitely seems like Katie relies on it a little more. I'm just gonna put it out there. We all have said, like, it kind of seems like she's a little addicted to the internet. Like, she won't really take times off like she says she's going to. Like, even if she says, like, oh yeah, I'm taking some time off, she's really on Instagram. That's not taking time off from the internet. It's going to like a different platform. So she develops this really close interpersonal relationship with her chat that seems to eat up a lot of her time. She spends a lot of time online, and it really affects them too, because a lot of these fans get really riled up by what they perceive as injustices because they are existing within Katie Joy's bubble. And they're like, I see all these hate videos, these haters, they're trolls. I am not a hater. Sometimes I can be a troll, I'm not gonna lie. I can be trolly. I am not a Katie Joy troll, though, because that's not fun. Honestly, trolling Katie Joy... Did I even say her name right? Trolling Katie Joy is too easy. I'm just gonna put it out there. As somebody who... I wouldn't say I'm a professional troll, but I've had my moments. The last person I'm going to waste my time trolling is a 43-year-old woman from Minnesota. I'm sorry, you guys. It is kind of a little hard to do my makeup and talk shit, essentially. I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit, but it is kind of talking shit. I feel like this is a little all over the place. I'm trying. I'm struggling. So, Katie and her subscribers are in this weird, unhealthy interpersonal relationship where she kind of feeds them like her side of the story, and then they give her validation in whatever she's telling them. When, to be honest, a lot of these people, I feel like they live in like a little Katie Joy bubble. They don't really know everything that is going on, like what is actually happening with the lawsuit. She actually said a literal attorney had no idea what they were talking about when they were legit just reading the legal documents that had been filed in a court case about her. And her subscribers always go to her side for that. Yeah, they're always like, she's in the wrong. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm sorry, Emily D. Baker is a former district attorney for Los Angeles. I think she might know. So with the fact that like a lot of her supporters don't see the criticisms of her, they don't get the full story. The other thing that's kind of crazy to me is like, works. Once again, I'm just getting ready for a Zoom call, maybe a run to the gas station. Side note, it feels like I'm still the only one in quarantine anymore. It's like everyone else in the world is going out and I'm like, I'm in a pandemic, right? I don't leave my house. So the problem with being in these parasympathetic relationships like this is, as a content creator, it can make your life very lonely, essentially. You don't have anybody that you're building close personal connections with in real life, because once the live stream ends, those people are gone. And the people who are in the live stream, I mean, they think they have some kind of close personal connection with you, but you don't fucking know them at all as a content creator. Like, sure, there are people, like I said, that you recognize in your chats, but like overall, you're not really friends. You're not really friends with this person. I feel like she's made it abundantly clear in her live streams that her subscribers are not her friends, because she will go off and scold paying members who will actually be giving her like super chats and donations, and she'll be like, this or that. And girl, if I'm giving you money, in a pandemic, you better not be such a bitch about it. Period. But also, once that live stream ends, like, that's emptiness. Like, you got an empty computer screen, there's nothing there for you. So, the way that she prolongs that from her Without a Crystal Ball channel is she has her Katie Joy live channel, she has her Twitter, she has Instagram. Legally, she can't delete those right now. Well, that's very interesting. It also allows her subscribers who are in what could be considered an unhealthy parasocial relationship to really latch on and to act out in aggressive ways towards other creators that maybe Katie doesn't like or gets along with, or people who speak out against her or have criticism. Like, I do expect to maybe get a couple, like, not nice comments on this. And I'll be honest, I was a subscriber, but I just saw how she was repeatedly talking about people all the time. And after a while, even, like, staying around for the tea and the drama and to see, like, what was going to happen to Katie Joy just wasn't enough to keep me fulfilled and subscribed to her channel. I will go from time to time to see what the fuck she's doing and what she's saying. And this past week has actually been pretty bad for her. Well, I don't know if it was the past week, but the past 5 live streams on her Katie Joy live channel. Now, this is a very personal channel for her, and you can tell that because she uses her name in it. So her name is a channel name. So if this woman tries to strike me because I am using her legal name that is in the channel description, which, side note, she's tried to do that to people. Don't play with me, honey. I got access to attorneys right off the bat. All I gotta do is make one phone call. She has this Katie Joy live channel where she live streams to her subscribers, and it's always a members only chat. And this is the channel where she expresses more of her personal feelings towards other content creators. She said I watched 6 of her last 5 to 6 live streams on her Katie Joy Live. This is January 3rd. And in at least 2 of those, she said, I don't talk about other content creators, blah, 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 blah. All of those were about other content creators. Fuck. One of the thumbnails she wasn't even in. It was Creep Show Art. So she is talking about other creators. These are anywhere from 44 minutes to over an hour long live streams. She even had another creator on there and continuously muted him, told him he wasn't letting her talk. Girl, you're muting him. Do you not see the irony in that? So what this overall does, like in terms of it being unhealthy for her subscribers too, is essentially she kind of riles them up. She gets them on her side, her supporters, her stans, whatever. I don't care if you're fans of Katie Joy. I don't care if you're fans of anyone. Like, that's fine. But you shouldn't be attacking other people. You shouldn't be making fake accounts to harass people. Now, to be totally honest, Katie did have somebody actually who made an account to harass her, and it turned out it was one of her moderators. I was surprised, but nobody else was. Everybody was like, oh yeah, we kind of knew that this was a moderator. We just didn't know who it was. Bad things happened to her, but in the end, she, like, that is her winning, because then she gets to use it as a victimizing moment. And it just strengthens that parasocial bond that she has with her subscribers, because then she can justify, see what they're doing to me, see what's happening here. Like, all this is happening because of this creator, because of this person. And it's very unhealthy. I am not here to, I guess I was going to say I'm not here to judge anybody, but like, I'm literally like minding somebody else's business right now. So I don't really know if that statement was true. However, based on my observations of what I've seen from Katie Joy, speaking as somebody who has dealt with very addictive tendencies and issues in the past, my advice to her is she needs to get off of the internet. She needs to take a break. She can say all she wants, like, I can't take a break. This is my job. Well, then maybe you should be spending your money and saving it more wisely, because you have made a lot of money off of your YouTube channel. I know you have a lawsuit that you're going through, but to be quite frank, this is very detrimental to your mental health and your physical health. And she has even stated that a lot of the attack trolls and stuff, it does get to her mental health. She did talk about suicide in a live stream. A lot of people were like, you know, blah, 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 you're such a BS or whatever. I don't really care. I mean, it's serious when somebody says that they're thinking that kind of stuff. In that sense, that means you need to take some time. I also think that she really does need to seek some sort of professional help to learn how to deal with her unhealthy bond with her subscribers, with her chat specifically. Not any subscriber in general, but just like the hive mind of the chat, essentially. It's not doing her any favors. They literally just feed into it. The other thing is, like, her husband is getting too involved with this, like 100%. He's a moderator, and at least for Katie Joy live channel. I don't know about her without a crystal ball. First of all, if this is your job and this is your profession, your husband's YouTube name is kind of unprofessional. It's My Balls Are Made of Crystals. If I had a channel where I was doing live streams and my husband was my moderator. First of all, I wouldn't let my husband be my moderator. No, I don't have family and professional stuff. Don't mix. They just don't mix. That's not how you run shit. Because also it seems like every time he comments, she's always like, what is he saying? She kind of freezes up a little bit to be like, oh my God, is he saying something ridiculous? Because he does fly off the handle. I'm not saying he has an anger problem, but she had somebody on her live stream that, you know, like I said, that guy that she was muting, her husband actually came in from the other room and started lecturing him and was like, this is what we're not going to do. That dude is an adult. You don't get to talk to adults like that. You're not his father. And this isn't your channel either. I think the other problem is Katie put all of her eggs in one basket. Good, successful YouTube creators tell you, like, don't make YouTube your only source of income. And that's what she did. She strove to make YouTube her income, and now she's stuck here. She can't get out of it. My advice, though, is that she should get off the internet. She should see somebody for a possible internet addiction. She needs to learn how to separate work life from home life. And to be honest, like, she's not going to do any of that. Like, I know she's not going to do any of that. She loves this attention. And whether she says it or not, I mean, honestly, she can say it all she wants, but she's a bold-faced liar. She says that she does not enjoy the attention she gets, especially right now because her Katie Joy live channel is where, like, more of the dirt is happening. I always forget to curl my lashes because it's more of her personal channel, so she can go on there and talk about her personal stuff and do her makeup because she wants to be a beauty guru. But she really just goes on there to hide behind a members only chat so she can talk shit about other creators. Here's the thing though, like, just because you have a members only chat on, you full well know everybody can see what you're saying. They can record what you're saying. She knows this. She's not stupid. She's literally doing this on a YouTube live stream because she wants her antics to be seen. She wants people to see what she says about them. She wants the drama. She can say all she wants that she doesn't want the drama, but she's fucking lying. Because if she didn't want the drama, but she wanted to make these kinds of videos for her subscribers, she would make a Patreon. And she would direct all of those people to her Patreon. And she would make these videos there where only her members would be able to see them. No one else. So for her to say, I don't like the trolls, la la la. No, it's not the trolls. You just don't like the comments in general, but you want to be able to shit talk and put it out there. So she can dish it, but she can't fucking take it, is the story there. And then I'm ode to Peter Mon, who's one of my favorite commentary channels. Lunar Beauty Lip Gloss. I'm using Moon, but I do have Celine, but Moon is my favorite. Moon is 100% my fave. Y'all, I didn't do a product of 2020 because I was like, everybody else is doing that. I don't really want to do it. People can go watch that video other places. But if I did have to pick a product of 2020, all of Manny's lip glosses are the tits. They're my favorite. I love them. I have all 3 of his Moon Prism Palettes ones. All right, I was going to say, so my final thoughts, but I feel like I've already kind of given my final thoughts. Basically, Katie Joy needs to get off the internet. She has an addiction to the relationships that she's building online with her subscribers. These parasocial relationships are not healthy for her, and they're also not healthy for her subscribers and her overall family dynamic, it seems. It also like strikes me as the fact that it's kind of sad. Like, it seems like she's a very lonely person because literally live streaming all of the time. Now, to be fair, I am online a lot of the time too. Once again, like I said, I feel like I'm the only person that is living in this pandemic still. But I also was raised as an only child, so I was used to being lonely a lot. So don't you worry about me, guys. I am doing just fine. So it's kind of sad though. Like, it feels like, I don't know. I guess it's nice that her husband's supportive, but I feel like he just needs to like get out of the situation because he makes everything just like a little more elevated and just gives the hater trolls like more stuff to work with. Now, I'm not saying that she hasn't had her fair struggles and things that have been going on, but she needs to really evaluate what's important to her. Is her family what's important to her? Because her like real life is being sacrificed for this online stuff. It's really sad. She completely feeds off of it. It's almost like she's a Super Saiyan or like she's Captain Planet, more so like Captain Planet. And her subscribers are what like feed her. I don't know. She needs to take some time. She needs to get some help. She needs to evaluate some things. Or if she's going to stay on the internet, if she really truly means that she doesn't want to stir the pot and she doesn't want to cause issues, she needs to take her Katie Joy Live channel and she needs to put it onto Patreon or something behind a paywall. Because, girl, you sound and look like a fucking hypocrite to say, I don't want to start drama, you guys. And then you literally have 5-6 live streams where you either call streamers out by name, make a thumbnail out of it, or actually have them on your stream and then just mute them and then kick them off after like 5 minutes. You look like a fool, honestly. I just can't get over it. It just never ceases to amaze me. I always talk to my husband about this, and it's funny because he doesn't watch any of this. And so I'll be like, the crystal ball lady? And he's like, oh yeah, the lady with the bad live streams. Because even when I watched, she was like, why do you watch this? This looks really bad. Her live streams were so bad, they're entertaining. Like, all the technical difficulties, if somebody can point me in a direction of a compilation of technical difficulties on her live streams where her camera will just randomly shut off and things, I live for that. Or when you see these Instagram lives and she's like blocking people, she's like, doon, 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 doon. I love that. I don't know. That stuff is so funny to me. It's so funny. I don't get it. I watched this live stream of her today, actually, before this. It was just like, it was one that I had been glossing over because she wasn't in the thumbnail. So my eyes were just like averting over it. And then when I finally looked at it, I thought it was like some kind of like auto-me picture, but it was actually like 2 pictures of Creepshow art, and they were like drawings. And I was like, holy shit, she has Creepshow art. The person that she doxed, she shared her full name and her address in a Discord server. She's still talking about this. Like, girl, you need to get over it. So I did start it. That's the only live stream that I didn't finish though. But I don't even feel like I need to finish it because the thumbnail already tells me like you gone done fucked up. And then within the first couple of minutes, this woman had to have a GoFundMe to pay for her lawsuit. I just laugh because I'm just uncomfortable, I guess. I don't know. I laugh because I'm unsure of where her head is at. But she had a GoFundMe to raise money for her lawsuit. But then she had a live stream like right after that. So it's like a couple months ago where she was showing off a Natasha Denona palette, which is no joke, like a $280 palette. And she said, oh, my husband bought it for me. Well, she is the one that makes the majority of the money. Her husband does have an Etsy shop where he sells like Nordic carvings of things. I don't know. It's not really my vibe. So I like glanced at it and I was like, I don't know, moving on. So either he took all of his money from his Etsy store and bought her a $280 palette, or she bought it herself, right? Right after she's going to get sued, and she's freaking out that she's being sued for $5 million, which, let's be honest, you guys, she's not being sued for $5 million. No one said that. She just said that. But the reason I brought that up is because I'm watching this creep show art live that she did, and she whips out a Pat McGrath palette, which is I looked it up. It's either 160 or 180. Oh, I looked up on my computer. It's not here. So it's over $100. And she said one of my subscribers sent this to me. She didn't say what subscriber sent it to her, first of all. So if I was a subscriber and I sent my favorite creator $160 eyeshadow palette and they didn't even fucking say my name, I'd be like pretty butthurt about it. Except for we know that subscriber, well, we don't know this, but we can all assume that subscriber is not a real person because it's 2021. We are coming off of a really hard economic year. People all around the country and the world have lost their jobs. Over half of Americans can't feed their family or pay their house payments this month. A lot of people are going to become homeless. But yeah, sure. Subscriber sent you a $160 eyeshadow palette. Come the fuck on, please. We know that you just spent your money on that, which I'm not going to tell anybody how to spend their money. I'm not going to do that. That's their money. They made it. Whatever. But you don't get to go and make a GoFundMe for your legal fees for your lawsuit where you were shit talking somebody, making defamation statements, and then buy $180 or $160, whatever, eyeshadow palette. Okay, so yeah, that was kind of my little spiel about Without a Crystal Ball. So tell me what you guys think. I'm sure there will be a lot of really great opinions about Katie Joy underneath this. But yeah, basically, I think she just has a really unhealthy relationship with her chat, and it is kind of pushing her. It validates her feelings a lot, and not in a good way. You know, it's kind of like we have that friend that's always like, do this, it's a good idea. And you're like, it's actually just kind of a bad idea. I hope this video is good. I hope it's post-worthy because I actually did film, well, I didn't film the video, but I like wrote a whole video out about Mini Lad who, and if you do want to see me make that video about Mini Lad, let me know. I might actually end up uploading it. I didn't record it. I wrote like a script out for it and I was kind of like, I don't like this. And then I came into this unscripted and I feel like it's all over the place. I'll see what this looks like in editing. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm sure I'll get a lot of really interesting comments about Katie Joy. I will talk to you guys next time. Laters.